watching the opening two-part of the Rusty Davis long-awaited spin-off, The War Between Land and Sea, I breathed a heavy sigh of relief. The unit-based series followed everyman, like everybody says he's everyman, Barclay, who ordinary life, ordering taxes that higher up, it turns upside down when he's forced to become humanity's spokesperson. Why, you may ask? Well, stirring from the millions of years in the slumber, the Homo Aqua, yes, the classic two villains, the Sea Devils, not really. We soon discover the ancient aquatic race led by the enigmatic amphibian salt, who proves the world's greatest challenge yet. Helmed by two returning Doctor Who legends, recognized by some as Tish and Alonso. Oh, okay, I forgot she was Tish, right? I mean, Alonso was much more of a role, right? Because yeah. Including and the regular unit crew, which is, I mean, I'm sorry, they really are. They're a drag factor. This unit crew is just boring. Right, Jenna Redgrave, Snooze Fest is Kate Leffers, Ruth Madeley is Shirley Bingham in a wheelchair, and she doesn't care. All right, Alexander Devon, whose name's Ibrahim, and he's getting off with Kate Leffers Stewart, who used to be lesbian when Jodie was around. Weird. As somebody who's been a fan of Doctor Who for nearly 2 decades, I've fallen just as much in love with the spin-offs that make up this universe. They're not even using the Hooniverse branding anymore, mate. Right? I mean, I like the spin-offs. I like Torchwood, but I didn't really think it was Doctor Who. It was its own thing, right? And as you say the same for the Sarah Jane Adventures, I only watched the first class because that Capaldi was in it, and again, it was like watching the movie of Please Sir when all the school kids were in their 30s. Right? It was just weird. Yeah, I mean, Sarah Jane Adventures, I mean, I watched it with my kids, but I didn't really like it, right? Because it wasn't really aimed at me, right? Because I was a kid. I don't want to tell you. Where are we up to? Fine. So, going to the late into watching, I was both excited and wary. Beyond one-off episodes, like Wild Beyond the 73 Yards and Lux, I have struggled with the more recent episodes. Yeah, because they've been shit, or else here was one. Dialogue felt clunkier, plot points dropped with no explanation, endings are poorly executed, and lots of sophistication and storytelling that I've come to know from TV Legends. Very, very fair. Okay, now you got my attention, Mr. Metro reviewer. Luckily, at least so far, the War Between Land and Sea marks a return to form for the beloved writer. That's good news. Thank God for that. I think it was writing for the Doctor that was just screwing him up. Right? Must write him more queer. Right? Now he's just writing him. He's probably relaxed now. Fine. Perhaps it's because of the breathing room. 5 episodes provides one story arc, but the standard of the show so far meets the highs of Rusty Davis up writing from the years past. Likely claimed it's a sin. Well, that's very exciting, man. Look, he might actually pull something out of his ass with this one, right? He might actually get a hit. Stellar performances and rich character depth. First, we have a compelling duo at the core of the story, Barclay and Salt, who are given rich character depth from the get-go with the promise of more to come, instantly making you invest in their life. Both Toby and Mabatha Raw rise to the challenge of the layered characters, as well as the latter, especially wowing Assault, giving the nuance that comes with portraying a non-human character. As someone indifferent and perhaps even skeptical of the idea of the idea of the Sea Devils being the central species, David manages to weave a story out of them being both timely and relevant. Oh, it's always scary when you say that. On with Disney Plus budget, this felt out of place in the new season. Doctor, you can tell where the money has been spent here on grand scale sets, gorgeous costumes, and epic ideas, such as the plastic apocalypse in episode 2. They're getting me psyched for this. I'm sorry, they are really getting me psyched for it. I've always loved the moral heart of the reboot. Not me, really. for the most part, has been politically astute since 2005 until about 2015. Yeah, until Trump appeared. The war within land and sea indulges in social political commentary at its very best. The conversation around climate change and global warming doesn't seem contrived or false. Well, that's the problem with it. If it doesn't seem contrived or false, then it's going to work, right? Honestly, I am unconvinced of global warming right now. Right, I'm genuinely unconvinced of it. Right, well, I don't trust it. Yeah, I don't. You can get scientists to say fucking anything for $1. So I am unconvinced. I'm unconvinced of it because every solution seems to be, we got to adopt socialism and completely invade your personal lives, like the Labour government's doing right now. But okay, fine. So it says the conversation about climate change and global warming doesn't seem contrived or false, but naturally explored and generally fun way around that Doctor Who thrives on. Yeah, okay. So I think this is going to be good. Pushing ideas to their most bonkers limit. Recently, I found Davis to be a lot more telling than showing when it comes to moral threads of the story. I think he was relaxed about it. This is the time he just relaxed and wrote something rather than trying to, edumacate, right? Because I think that's maybe that what fried his brain. It comes across disingenuous and on the nose. Yes, we know. We've noticed that. This time around, he does a far better job of letting the story flow and this lets it speak for itself in this new spin-off. There's one moment when the second episode where we see Salt take drastic measures. I can't remember exactly what to gain control of a room, which represents a deeper commentary about our society without hitting us over the head with it. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's written intelligently. Why don't they just do this from the beginning? Now, having said that, there are times of writing veers into cringy and awkward, but again, look, here's the thing that annoys me. I know there are going to be channels that knee-jerk say it's the best thing ever, and channels that say knee-jerk say it's woke shit, right? I don't think it's going to be woke shit. I think it's going to be a normative story, right? But I do know it kind of annoys me. I know they just no matter what happens, it's like the James Gunn Superman. No matter what they did, they're like, no, woke shit bad. Now, having said that, okay. Also, with David's recent track record of baffling finales, yes, they were. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket until this CEO story comes to an end. And whether he keeps saying, it's the best ending ever. Stay right to the end of the credits. I'm like, oh, God. You have a post-credit scene, David, Russell, right? We know. Whether it's worth the so far wonderful build-up, we'll find out, I guess. As someone who has always enjoyed the darker side of the series when the high stakes deliver deadly blows, I want to feel a little gutted before the end to take the show to the next level. But for those missing the edgy quality of Doctor Who, they've only caught on glimpses here and there. I'm confident that the Thrill and Delight will give it a chance. But I think he might have a winner, right? I think he might well have a winner with this one. At fucking last, really? At last. How do I feel about it? It's an interesting redesign. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. Again, why is it so radically different from the Sea Devils? that is a reasonable question. Why does it look like that? You get this free story. Bill Eccles in action. Let's have a look at a bit of a preview. Oh no, I was going to look at the Rusty Davis. He's back for this. He likes to do the Christmas one, right? So let's see what he's got to do. Making a welcome festive return to Doctor Who magazine, Rusty Davis brings us his annual Doctor Who 12 Days of Christmas. You can see he's in a bit more of a ebulative mood, right? He's a bit more bouncy. Right, he's feeling more confident. Right, after having the shit kicked out of Doctor Who, he thinks he's onto a winner here. I think he might be. I hope he is. Oh man, I hope he is. Hello, faithful reader. Here it is, demanded by tradition, as regular Santa and as red as Rudolph, the kissable as mistletoe. My annual Doctor Who 12 days of Christmas. My Doctor Who thing 12 days with Hadiyama. I have no idea what that means. 12 months of waiting. Next December, I'll be there to trumpet and toot about the 2026 special. Oh, man. We really wish you weren't, right? We really wish you weren't there anymore. I'm sorry, Russell. It's like, oh, fuck me. You've done such a bad job with Doctor Who. Like, you've done such a bad job with Doctor Who. And I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi when he confronts Anakin Skywalker, Revenge of the Sith. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, right? You were our savior, Russell. And yeah, you just fucked it in the ass because you just love being fucked in the ass too much. Right? I don't know what to tell you, mate. Oh, caramba. Oh, come back. Where do you go? Oh, now I lost my spot. There you go. Really? Hello? So 12 months of waiting. Next time I'll be here for Christmas special. Contains these 3 words: Bafflers, Winter Knocks, and Village. Oh, fuck off, Russell. 11 scenes of numbering. Scene 11. Episode 1 of War Between Land and Sea is headed. Interior Cessna Day. Yes, hapless Barclay is flying to an island off Dragononia off the coast of Spain. That's a real place where we had a location shoot. For many drafts, the script we gave the island as an inventor name because we thought Dragononia sounded too far-fetched, like a made-up sci-fi name. But then someone says, no, it sounds great. Okay, it doesn't. So buckle up, Destination and Dragonera. 10 Days of Singing. We have on October 10th, 2025, the amazing Alison Goldfrapp delivered her cover version of the truly wonderful classic track to be played at a crucial moment in the War Between Land and Sea. Yeah, it's a David Bowie track, isn't it? What a joy and honor for the treat. That it'll be released as a single with a name on it, and on Lorne Bass, the War Between the Land and Sea soundtrack. They're really plugging this Lorne Bath guy. Here, see if we can find any Lorne Bath stuff. How do you spell his name? Lorne Balfe. So hang on. Let's go over here. Lorne Balfe. We did Mission Impossible. He did The Crown. Okay. I mean, this is a... yeah. We'll have a listen to one of those little ditties. We'll have a listen to, because they're really proud of this guy. There we go. This is from the main mission from Mission Impossible Fallout. Fallout's the best one, actually. He likes his bongos. How are you going to get this wrong, really? Okay, so he's a real guy. Okay, he's a real guy. I'm telling you, it might actually be good. This might be good. I think it's going to be good. 9 titles are working. Every episode of the War Between Land and Sea has been given a title, even though they don't appear on screen. Get on with it, we thought, but they're listed in the paperwork. I wonder if they'll see print anywhere. If the first 2 I know, it's Homework, Aqua, and Plastic Apocalypse. Episode 3 is The Deep. Episode 4 and 5, different working titles, things like Escape or Showdown, until we reach the rather beautiful The Witch and the Waterfall, and the episode 5, the episode 4 night working titles. It's interesting. And so episode 4 is The Witch and the Waterfall, and episode 5 is The End of the War. Okay. 8 seasons of making. Fox TV broadcast 8 seasons of House, starring Hugh Laurie. What's that got to do with Doctor Who? Well, people kept saying he should be Doctor Who. Well, this story that spans time and continent, so settle back. It turns out our lovely Series 4 sound recordist, Julian Howard, won an ultimate Doctor Who prize when he married boss Julie Gardner and moved with her to the US in 2009. He soon got to work in the alien stream, more on that later, but he was beginning his career over there. He once covered for a day's work on the set of House, and there he discovered one of those lovely Mad Doctor Who facts. The slates and the lenses, the cameras was called slates, lenses, camera was labeled TARDIS, and camera B was labeled Dalek. Fans everywhere. Okay, really? Dude, that's that's tenuous. Okay. 7 days of scheduling. As I type this in November, December 7th is the planned date for the transmission of the 90-minute edit of the Sea Devils, leading right into the war between the land and sea. Transmission that night. Look, they have set up a decent evening of watching, right? You have the Sea Devils going right into the war between the land and sea. I think it's a good idea. Checking listings, but isn't it wonderful? 53 years later, Malcolm Who unlists again, you can't wave your finger at the War for Land and Sea for being woke, because it talks about like environmental crisis, which is what these things are actually used for. Like the Sea Devils were actually used for. Now, Sea Devil Night on BBC. What a wonderful salute to Blazing Imagination. Well played, sir. It's been an honor. 6 things are seeking. 6 things are seeing. 6 new things the war between land will never see before. Homo amphibia, Homo aqua habitat, Kate's home, Piscmorphia grandis, Shirley naming her husband. Oh, fuck off. Husband is her little Joy Bangstick. Sea Devils actually swimming. Well, that's actually not a bad idea, right? That's actually not a bad idea. Although, what's his name? Mid-Journey Doctor. I mean, look at this. Like every time I look at this, I go, "Oh my god, how?" Well, he's got Sea Devils swimming here somewhere. I love the stuff he's doing with the Virgin New Adventures. What's that? No. That's so Lauren's being beaten to death. I bet. Is there a tab of videos? Is there a tab for videos? It was there the last few months. Media. Hang on. It's easier to whiz through this way, I guess. There you go. Some sea devil swimming. That is very cool. I'm sorry. That is super cool. Oh, man. Well done. I mean, again, I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Any more? Now you got me to find any more. This is also awesome, right? Yeah, very cool. No, that's the Terra Zygon stuff. Any more Sea Devils? I think there's definitely more Sea Devils. We go back. Sea Devils emerging. Oh man, the work this guy does, just freaking incredible. Genuinely incredible. Oh, this should be around here, sir. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. Anyway, back to Doctor Who magazine. 5 golden rings. He loves that bit. 4, 5 are following. This is a bit of an aside, really, Russell, because everything else has been spot on. I had a comment on Instagram on November asking, will we get 5 golden rings this year? Well, goodness me, after all these years, Christmas columns, I like my Christmas column, she cried. No one's ever noticed that format before. I feel seen. Thank you, Dad. Well, I do. I noticed that. I thought we all did. My truly faithful reader, Merry Christmas. Let me give you my golden column. 3 days of counting. The Warped Atlantis premiere will be 3 days after the issue of Doctor Who magazine is officially published. I'm very excited by the Sunday slot. So that's where Jodie played. That's where Jodie's episodes played. Yeah, otherwise they would have been destroyed. They would have been destroyed had they not been on Sundays. That's a cushy time slot. Long ago in the 1970s, back in the days of season 11 and 12, BBC Wales would dump Doctor Who from a Saturday night to make room for a Welsh programme, so it would sometimes play on Sunday afternoons. It felt odd watching the Daleks plotting their way before Harry Seacomb's highway. I imagine it would do, mate. I imagine it would do. Although that would have been a good crossover if I ruled the world. 2 words of defining once again. Where once they were Sea Devils, now they're Homo Aqua. They're not. You utter twat. You cock nozzle piece of shit moron. They're not. You calling it doesn't make them a Homo fucking Aqua. You fuckwit moron. Right, you tried to tell us there's a thing called bi-generation, and we all said, no, there's not. Fuck off, you fuckwit moron. Right? I think we're all reasonably clear about this. Right? Is it confirmed he's leaving after the spin-off? No, he's not. He's got one more episode of Doctor Who to write, and then he might... who knows what's going to happen after that? Homo Aqua, fuck off. Russell, I mean, you've deflated a lot of the excitement I had with your stupidity. Right, which isn't scientifically correct. I know. Same what I mean, like chicks with dicks, right? Yeah, it's not scientifically correct that Yasmin Finn is a lady, right? Hasn't bothered you before. It's more a sort of name someone would make up upon seeing them. Just as Sea Devils once was. We've had a lot of fun with that. We actually new taxonomy of givens on screen in our Spanish outhouse. If you like it. We'll see if you like it. Or what? Again, that is getting good reviews is saving your fucking ass there, Russell. Let me tell you. It really is. Like, it really genuinely is. Because everybody's fucking done with your bullshit, mate. Oh. I'm an anchor. Fuck off. Oh, fuck you, bye-bye. And a Dalek Pandora. I guess the Dalek's in the next year's special because this is lovely, Doctor. The fact that they don't think anyone knows the beautiful Julian mentioned above in number 8, right? Then got the most wonderful job. Okay, fine, got a job because he's married to Julie Gardner as the sound recorders on the Avatar sequels, waiting for James Cameron himself. From Doctor Who to Avatar, it's not bad, is it? Julian made sure that a little piece of Doctor Who sat there on the set every day. He put a toy Dalek on his mixing desk throughout the entire shoot. Here's a photo of it. It's a Genesis model. And you're very off-brand, Julian, eye roll. So that's a Dalek. Dalek has seen it all. Avatar, The Way of Water, Avatar, Fire and Ash, Avatar, Scarro's Revenge. Well, where's the picture of it? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Oh, I'm running out of steam, I have to tell you. Sea Devils. Are they going to preview it? I don't know. I mean, they've been previewing this up and down. Here, 1 second. I think this. Did Ben Cook? I believe Ben Cook posted some. 1 second. Some stills from it. Again, fair play. This is actually quite good. I mean, I really can't. I don't want to. I can't be a dick about it. It's actually really quite good. Is it done with AI though? Oh, how terrible! Like that's new, right? But again, how did they do this with AI, or did they do? I mean, it's great that they did it. You get me on board for this now, right? You are getting me on board for this. I don't think I don't think I have the energy to do this extensive preview. No, this bores me. No. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. All right, we'll do the okay, we'll do the cut down Sea Devils. We'll preview that. I can just about manage that before my brain explodes, and it's going to be on. It's on in half an hour. It's the Sea Devils. Quote, fine. Let's see what they got in new. December is the 15th. Sea Devils after it kicks off early on BBC 4 with the BBC and BBC iPlayer. The 90-minute Sea Devils edition. First broadcast in 72. Malcolm Hughes' tale of the Doctor's first encounter with Homo Aqua. What was it? Is Oti here? You sent me something really cool. I just remembered. Is he here? No, he's not. Okay. I'll talk about it next time he's in the chat. Fine. First thing about Homo Aqua. Fuck off with that. And gave us some Doctor Who's most iconic and memorable moments in the days before before most of the viewers had access to home recording equipment. The image of the Sea Devils emerging from the sea became indelibly tattooed, and it was actually better in your memory than in real life, right? Along with the fact that Master was revealed to be a fan of the late 60s, early 70s clangers. Yeah, that's actually one of the greatest scenes of all time in TV. Creator and Shomron, war between Land and Sea, Ross Lee Davis. Spoke about the decision to do the Sea Devils Omnibus edition. Again, I just wish he wasn't shit because he has so many good ideas. They just make them all bad. He made the decision a long time ago, and a galaxy far, far away. I mean, bear in mind the first episode of the War Between Land and Sea was written back in 2022. So, man, different world then, wasn't it, Russell? So, ever since then, it has been cooking in the back of my head. I thought this would be wonderful. We have the Sea Devils month. In fact, if you could go, all go out and watch Warriors of the Deep. Season in this. Well, I'm going to watch it with the new version, with the new effects. That saw the Sea Devils unite with their cousins, the Silurians. The Legend of the Sea Devils. Oh, it's awful. Leave me alone. The Sea Devils resonates with Russ Lee Davis with Russell as a fan. It's such a great story. I was 9 years old when I first saw it. It is better than Silurians, right? It is legitimately because it's in coming out the sea, and that's really what it is. They're coming out the sea now, just like the Dalek did, right? And then the Hemivores did it 15 years later, something like that. It's a very strange story. It's a unit adventure without unit in it. I mean, why isn't the Brigadier there? I love Captain Hart. I love the naval adventure, but there was a strange decision not to have unit turn up at the seaside. There's a fair point to be made about that. Of course, this isn't the first omnibus of the particular story. An 88-minute cut of it was shown in 72. This is the in 72. Russell recalls those were glorious days when the omnibus editions would suddenly appear on the schedule. Sometimes there would be a strike, or Wimbledon would be cancelled because of rain, and they'll put Doctor Who Omnibus on. Yeah, those are the days. Which was the most exciting thing that could ever possibly happen. This one, the Sea Devils, has always had the holiday omnibus feel to it. And of course, our 2025 cut is different to the original omnibus. It's not the same. It's got new eyes and new emphasis. Well, that's what we're all worried about, Russell, frankly. Yeah, Mr. Ben Cook has not excelled himself. I'm sorry. New Edit sharpens and reshapes these devils without ever breaking the holiday omnibus spell. I mean, again, Cunning Monkey's version is very good. Let's see if we can find a trailer for it. Cunning Monkey. Let's find his channel. So can we search it? Search it as Sea Devils. Sea Devils. War is the Deep. War is the Deep is not bad as well. There's probably a bit of moment. Yeah. Here it comes. Downloading. Because again, I'm in the middle of watching it right now. It's actually pretty good. Come on, you can do it.
So, you are the man.
I do. Honestly, I really like the special edition of pretty much all these, but of the what's it called again? Not Destiny of the Daleks. Oh God, I can't even remember now. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the Sea Devils. Oh, here we go. There you go. That's what we say. Anyway, so honestly, I found his cut of it be very, very good. They're the Daleks. Sea Devils Part 1 and 2. I'll give you a link. Again, I'm kind of intrigued to say. Oh no, there you go. Everything you're doing, sir. Thank you for sending me your stop motion thing. I thought it was very, very cool. May I make a suggestion though? Like, I know this is going to sound crazy. You could just take pictures of the action figures, right, and then animate them with AI, and it'll have the same look, and it'll just be easier and better, I think. Right? Looking at, I did see it. I thought it was really cool. Right. Only I was asking about you earlier. I saw it. And I thought it was very cool. There we go. Which I probably won't say about Ben Cook's new edit. The new Shomron's in Holiday Omnibus. Russell says it's not like one of those collection releases. We haven't replaced things like Submarine because there was no need, but we have woven it into the world of the War Between the Lands. See the brand new music from Lorne Baffy. They're so excited. They're so excited for Lorne Baffy. New product, yes. Look, you've hired somebody else after Murray Gold went away. Thank God, right? Alongside Michael Clark's original 1972 score, some of Michael's cues have never been broadcast before. These motors carry on from one to another, so it feels like one piece, one world. I'm actually on board for this. If it's good, it's good. Right? Doctor Who Magazine very own Ben Cook is going to dab at savaging another classic story with his 9 thumbs. Oh, man. It wouldn't be so bad had he not fucked up so royally, so publicly, so many times. And he could have got away with that if he wasn't a relentless twat to everybody, But he is. So there you go, Ben. Dr. Magazine Ben Cook was given the task of editing the original 6-part story into a 90-minute special, which again, as Cunning Monkey has 2 48-minute episodes, I can't really argue. Right? I can't really argue. He tells us it was more straightforward than the War Games. Well, duh. Right? Yeah. Ben edited War Games in colour and did a terrible job. Like, literally a terrible job. We were where we somehow, God knows how, cut 10 episodes down to 4, and it was shit. You did a bad job. Oh. Biggest challenge at this time was cutting around the shots of the Sea Devils emerging in the ocean, struggling to stand up in heavy costumes. Switch it with AI, baby, which is what I think you did, with their rubber mask blasted full of water. Bennett thrilled to have worked on this particular story. It's one of Doctor Who's all-time classics. Another one, yes. You've absolutely taken a shit on 2 of them so far. Is Third Time's the charm. For some reason. John Birdie was my first Doctor. 90s repeats rather than 70s. So I have a real soft spot for him and Joe Grant. Russell is also delighted to have worked on this Much Love Story. It's very true to the original. I think Ben captured all the atmosphere and the thrill of it, and all those pompous civil servants are still there. Well, I love the poetry of pompous civil servants. That gorgeous bromance between the master and the doctor. Not everybody wants to fuck all the time, Russell. I mean, just not everybody does. Joe Grant are absolute best. Girls whizzing about on funny carts, and most of all, the Sea Devils rising out of the sea in their string breasts. They're still there. So iconic. 53 years on, they're still. It's still great. Jason Quinn's writing it because they can't afford anybody else because they're on their ass. Homo Aqua, which in context isn't bad at all. Weirdly enough, right? Isn't bad at all. Oh, so before we get there, let's talk about the Ben Cook Sea Devils, right? Here, so let's just move on to the titles here. Right. So the Ben Cook Sea Devils was nearly good, right? It was nearly good. Okay, the trouble with it is the same trouble with all of Ben Cook's stuff. It's that he goes, oh my God, I got to squeeze the 6 episodes into 90 minutes. How am I going to do it? And he gets, you see him always rushing. Whereas, here we go, Matrix Edition. I know I give these plugs like literally all the time. But it's totally worth it because it really shows you what can be done. One second, share screen. Okay, so these are, you go to matrixeditions.co.uk, available for free right now, right? These are, as I said, re-edited with new effects, and the effects are very subtle, to be honest with you. It's just like the Sea Devil's going to go, bleep, like that. But here's the weird thing. The Ben Cook version is 90 minutes long, and it feels rushed in places, and it's badly edited. It like tells the story poorly. This is edited into 2 episodes, and they're like designed like modern era episodes. So it's got a pre-title sequence, and then it goes into the titles, and then it tells the story. So this is 2 48-minute episodes, I think, or 46-minute episodes, right? So it's 6 to 8 minutes longer than the Ben Cook version. It's so much better, right? It's so much better. It's crazy how much better it is. Right? But why? Because this guy can edit and Ben Cook can't. It's that bloody simple. Right? It really genuinely works very, very well. So the Ben Cook edit, it's the best thing he's done, right? It by far the best thing he's done, but given that he's only done shit thus far, that's not really that much of approbation. One nice touch, though, is they don't have the Doctor Who titles at the beginning of the Sea Devils, his edit of it. It's it opens up with a picture of the sea, much like this, with it says the Sea Devils, right? And it's a very similar opening. I didn't really notice the new music. There's one piece of subtly changed dialogue, which for me I have no problem with whatsoever. Right, where is it? Here, this one.
Of our people in hibernation in this space. We have other colonies hidden all around the world. We shall be the victors in the war between the land and the sea.
There's no.
So it's a very, very subtle change, isn't it? We will be the victors of the war between the land and the sea. No gay, no gay fish. Okay, genuinely, it was actually a good TV show, right? Okay. This thing that annoys me the most. It was a good, entertaining TV show. Why didn't they do Doctor Who like this? Right, that's what I don't understand. Why didn't they do Doctor Who like this? It was fun. It was serious. It was engaging. It was entertaining, right? In the second episode, it got super woke, but you didn't mind because it was delivered as part of a fun, entertaining narrative, right? Genuinely, it was genuinely good. I went to the second episode excited, right? It was genuinely very, very good. And you don't even have to say it's about Doctor Who. They do mention Doctor Who in it, but again, it gives you somewhat hope for the future of Doctor Who if this is the direction they're going to go into. But it also makes you realize how awful Ncuti Gatwa was as a Doctor, right? Because you can't help ask yourself, if Ncuti Gatwa was pouncing all the way through this, would this be as obnoxious as the rest of the shit, right? And the answer is yes, it would be, right? Now, the biggest problem with this, though, I think the story is, how you doing, Digby? The biggest problem with this, though, is that as soon as it meets current day Doctor Who, right, as soon as Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, Vanessa Redgrave, and Shirley Bingham show up, it's like throwing shit onto a fan. It's like they're awful, right? They're genuinely awful, right? And that's the point where the whole thing falls down, as you will see here. But again, why weren't they doing this for Doctor Who? I don't can understand, right? So it starts off again, and it looks fantastic. The money's been spent on it, right? They kept saying, "Oh, we spent so much money on doing it." Here you can see the budget, and it does look fantastic. And like, okay, why didn't you open with this, you dumb fucks? Right? Why did you have to have everything be queer? Why could you just done this, which was like a good, engaging adventure, which was nothing about anybody being gay? But still, you got to have a rant about your Greta Thunberg-esque, worldview, right? And when it was okay because it was entertaining. So anyway, there's he throws away his plastic bottle. There's a lot of that, right? And they bring up fish, and inside there's a weird sea devil-y kind of guy. I'm not going to show a clip because I'll just get zapped, right? Which he promptly gets shot, right? So then we get introduced to the hero of the piece, Barclay, played by Russell Tovey, who's very buff for some reason. So he wakes up, he says, "My job is something's going on, there's an oil spill, I got to get take you to your mother's," right? Russell Tovey's great. He's very, very, very identifiable with, right? Well, it works well. He's got a bottle of Homo Aqua. Well, they talk about how silly the name is. That's part of the episode, which is something I quite like, right? And say, okay, you've got to go to your mother. And so there's unit soldiers there say, "Well, she can't. You have to get a taxi." I'm like, "No, this is just the way it's happening." Anyway, so he's been, and his daughter is like, "What the hell's going on?" He's like, "It's an oil spill. The military have to help." So anyway, drops her off at her mother's, and off they go to the super secret thing. And he's replacing this guy, I can't remember, Jack Trevelyan or someone, right? But like, it turns out on the plane that he doesn't have security rating to see anything, right? He's security rating 10, which is, I guess you have to get security rating 1 or 100 or something like that to go anywhere. And he's like, I have no idea what's going on. See, what happened was, one time this guy, Jack Trevelyan, I'm not even sure that's his name, was away, and he had to substitute for him, which meant answer his phone if ever it rang, and it never rang, right? But then just in the records, he was down as a person who has to substitute for him. So now he's got to substitute for him at this time. And it's like this high-level stuff. And he's like, I shouldn't be here at all, right? And again, I find this completely relatable, right? It's really good. Right? Again, Russell T Davies writing like he can write. It's like, where was this Russell T Davies? I don't know, right? So yeah, he's like, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm like, I'm gonna go to jail. So he keeps the battle shot and they go to this super secret location, right? And they see they got this sea devil or whatever, what's it? What they call it? Homo Aqua. Standing over there. Now, by the way, they introduced this. I've seen him before in Doctor Who. This guy, the general, he's really good, right? If you want to have him lead unit, that would be awesome, right? That it works really well. Is he actually a good father of? Yes, he is. That's the thing of Natalie Mix. Natalie Mix, non-gender specific child. She's a girl, right? At least he's divorced, so they aren't committed. Well, no, but they I think they're going to reconcile. Again, this is just Rusty Davis writing with all the bullshit away from him and just writing fun, enjoying himself, right? And it actually works. Anyway, this guy, whoever he is, Captain Major General, really good, really so much better than Vanessa Redgrave, right? So they see this Homo Aqua, and they have to they're trying to work out what to do, right? So when he sees him, I don't think I have a clip of it. Barkley, this guy's like, because he's a normal civilian. And it turns out that part of his role of unit is always have a civilian to document things, right? Who's the Chinese chick though? Another unit woman, okay? Totally can't play straight. Sorry, he actually does in this. I mean, he's very gay fuckable, but he's giving a good performance. He genuinely is. Why isn't the body not in an actual lab? Well, that's where the fishermen left it. Right, they should have cut him down. I know, but that's what's going on. Anyway, so then they send a message to the Sea Devils with this like hypersonic these speakers in these suitcases. Do you have a clip of it, a picture of it? They open up these suitcases, and it says like this hypersonic burst that they say, "Oh, yeah, we'd like to meet," and they all go to sleep. Meanwhile, that night you have two people on guard duty, and they notice a floor. This would be fucking awesome, Doctor Who. I have to tell you, this is a really good creepy bit. The ground starts getting soft and watery like quicksand, right? And it like literally turns to water, and it's a great scene. Genuinely a great scene where they're struggling to hold each other so they don't both fall into the new liquidized floor, right? Which they do. And then an alarm goes off, and a Sea Devil jumps up and takes the body of his dead comrade, right? So they all go, what's going on, right? They go back and they say, and the Sea Devil's gone, and the two security people are gone, and the ground's back to normal again. They have no idea what's going on, right? So then again, another really good scene where he's calling them, right? And then he realizes he can hear them under the ground, right? He can hear the radio, and eventually he works out and he starts like digging, and you find the hand of the person there, right? And it's such a creepy, horrible way to die. But it really again, Doctor Who delivering monsters and thrills, something that's been missing, right? Missing from Doctor Who for all the queer era, right? Like weirdly enough, and it's delivering both of them very well right now. So so then they he can't tell his family anything that's going on, and he's there to document. And essentially, the Homo Aqua also the show up, and that's when the black general guy gives them the name. And they go, actually, so it should be that nonsense. It shouldn't be that. So now I'm deciding Homo Aqua, right? That's what we're going with. So the details come up to find their dead comrades still hung up like a piece of meat. Yes, and that was not a good idea, right? That was not a good idea. Right. So they're there. So they have this supercomputer that translates into Sea Devil. Right, and they start communicating like we want peace, let's make it nice. He says, well, you just killed one of us, right, and left him hanging like a piece of meat, right? And he says, like, yes, and you killed two of ours as well. Why don't we just stop this both now before it goes more? And he goes, agreed. Right, but Desi, right now, when that's got no real connection to current day Doctor Who, it's fucking awesome. It's really, really good, right? So this is their first conversation, and a bunch more of them turn up and they get terrified, and then and they say no, the whole world is going to know, right? Well, how do you? And they say the whole world is because they're going to come out and show themselves. They're everywhere, so it's a huge new thing. Kill the fish, Homo Aqua, right? And again, the Homo Aqua thing is really quite good, right? I have to say that really works well. So then they want to have some kind of parlance. So they build this thing to their specifications, I guess, right? Giant tube. And still his ex-wife and his kid doesn't know what he's doing, right? And at this point, I WhatsApp, I didn't WhatsApp, I Facebook Dan, right? Dan Hadley, Type 40, and said, where was this Russell T Davies the last 10 fucking years? Right? Who could write a plot and character and get you involved in it and it'd be good. Where's he been? Why have we been getting endless fucking shit with Shooty prancing across the fucking screen? Being shit everywhere he goes. Like, what? Why? Again, maybe Shooty Gatwood just made everything fail. I don't know. But Russell Davies cast him. This is really good, well written, hangs together, right? He's a good father. He's not a dick. Everybody likes it. So anyway, so he's part of the team, right? And then again, this is like throwing shit onto a fan. The minute she turns up and the whole unit be, we like, oh, fuck off, leave me alone. Leave me alone, right? Oh, and she's awful. And there's all these like knowing looks with her and Shirley Ann Bingham. Oh, Mrs. Bingham. There again, you're not cute. Nobody likes you. They're writing this as if you had the Buffy the Vampire Slayer gang show up in a big budget TV show, like a much more broader appeal TV show. And they're all smirking at each other. Nobody likes you, right? Like nobody likes you. Was it his ex-TEI wife see Violet Knight much Russell? I don't know what that means, but okay. The waterway loose in the Channel Tunnel, maybe it could be. Anyway, so these are the worst bits of the episode. The established unit bits, right? So they fill up the tube, and again, it's all good stuff, mate. Again, that you don't do this with AI is the money they're spending on these special effects. Next year they could do it for 10%, probably less, more like a 50th of the cost, right? Much quicker, just doing it all with AI, which is the way it's going to go. I mean, I don't know. There's no point fighting it, right? There's no point fighting it. Where's the little dwarf on the Segway? Did he lose into the sky? I hope he's gone. Oh, Jeffrey Wright, who's awfulness. Look at me. I've worked out. It's all this smugness of it. I can't stand them. Fine. So they let them in, and there's 4 Homo Aqua and 2 things they've never identified before, and 1 completely new life form. So out they come. And it's all quite good, right? It's all actually pretty darn good. And the airlock opens and out comes that's Colonel Ibrahim. Out comes the Sea Devils, and so we're having it's Salt, right? The one in charge. She's really good in this. Mugu Magartha Jones, whatever her name is. She's very good, right? And so you got this like great ambassador, right? Who is the ambassador to talk to them. And she's already learned English now. And he said, well, you picked up English very well. And then she starts speaking Russian, and the ambassador has some Russian, is able to keep up with her a little bit. But it's working well. But she basically turns around and says, you're all full of shit, right? You're all full of shit. We want Russell Tovey as the as our ambassador. So look, it's ripped off from Childhood's End. But it's very good, right? It is very good. And again, remains good as long as the unit crew and the current Doctor Who keeps its hand out everything. All right, so before they get to that, he gives them this a gift of this flower from the top of the Himalayas of the Mount Everest, where they will never have smelled anything like that before. And they go, oh, what a wonderful gift, right? And so she says, I got to give 2. My 2 dead children. They should have been born, but they choked on your oil, right? He's like, yes, well, we know pollution's bad. Greta Thunberg's been telling us, right? But again, especially next episode, there's lots of very heavy-handed political, platforming, right? But because it's part of an actual narrative with characters who you like, right, and a story that you get, it all works, right? It all works. Is that supposed to be the Merca? No, sadly not. We have to wait for the season 21 Blu-ray for that, I think. Unless you want like this AI Merca, which is one of my faves. Where is it? It's over here. Where did I keep it? Yeah, this is a good Merca. Yeah, that's the kind of revision I can be totally up for.
No.
Anyway, fine. So like, who the hell was he, right? And it turns out that she wants to. All these sea devils, they got a little pearl in their neck for some reason. It's probably how they communicate. And they chose him because they pull up a video of him crossing himself at the by the one strung up, and they saw he didn't like it. So she said, "Will you be the representative of Earth?" He's like, "Well, okay then." And honestly, other than Vanessa Redgrave and Shirley Ann Bingham, a thoroughly enjoyable episode of television, right? It really was. I mean, is it enough to save Doctor Who? The queer era? I don't know. Probably not. Like, I can't say it being so good it gets a massive reputation. Everybody wants to watch it over Christmas, which is what Rusty Davis wants, right? But it's far, far better than you could. Had they opened with this, we would be in a much different world rather than Destination Davros or whatever it was. Anyway, so that's episode 1, which I think, generally speaking, if to be fair, can only really be called a success, right? And it definitely was a success. Was it any good? Yes, annoyingly so. Yes, it was good, right? It was annoying because why haven't we been getting Doctor Who like this? Monsters, scares, characters, and nothing gay. There's nothing gay. I believe they chose Barty because they crossed over a dead body. But how did they know that? They had video surveillance somehow for sci-fi reasons. It's just telling. I mean, it's very ecologically sound story. It's like this is a Greta Thunberg story. So previously, blah 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 blah. Fine, war between land and the sea. And so it starts off. They're all like pissed off with Russell Tovey. Like what? Why are they picking him? And they're like going through his whole life. They arrest his wife and his daughter, right? And they're trying to keep his identity secret. And they meet with they meet again with Salt quietly and say, "Listen, who's this schmuck? Can we get the original guy?" And she's like, "Nah, nah. I prefer like an everyman." So like, he thinks he's going to be killed, but apparently not. So then says, "Okay, fine. We basically need you." Meanwhile, they examined the dead eggs that didn't hatch because of her daughters. And so you feel like something's going to go on with that, but you don't really know what, right? So they're now in luxury accommodation, even though they're in prison. Oh yeah, and now apparently, right? These two have been getting on, Colonel Ibrahim and Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. Now, I remember clearly when she appeared in Flux, right? She said, "Oh, I devote a whole backstory of how I'm gay, right? And I have a daughter." I'm like, what? Right? And again, I don't understand how Ibrahim is so like some creatures to this infidel, right? Again, this the daughter was trans or so. Yeah, probably that. I mean, like 8-bit Snake Boy 472 said it was very mediocre, to be honest. Look, my personal experience was it zipped by, right? And it genuinely did. Like, it zipped by. I didn't look at my phone and I was engaged. The only time I was pulled out of it was by the Doctor Who elements, right? Which are generally kind of shit. Who is a trans? Are the kids trans? The kids look like a kid to me, right? And no, but there is a lot of very heavy-handed Greta Thunberg philosophy in it. I mean, that's true, right? Anyway, so now apparently there's corners of the internet all pissed off of this display of overt heterosexuality, right? And I think Vanessa Redgrave said, "Oh, we never knew she wasn't gay." Yes, again, she actually went on record as saying that her backstory was she was gay. Fine. So you have a guy there who who brings samples from the Homo Aqua to selling it to some rich evil businessman, and he's a rich evil businessman, being rich and evil, and a business person. Fine, so they go in for the first day of talk. So they say, just read the fucking words. We're going to be having you. Do not deviate at all. Read what we tell you, right? And you get the whole thing, filling up again. Again, this black guy is great. I'm just more of him, please. He's really good, right? So it fills up, and out comes Salt again. And yeah, where's this order? Like, so read it, and they keep shouting him, right? But Salt keeps like trying to get him to go off script, right? And then she says, "But wait, I need a glass of water first." Right? It says a glass of water from the river. So he's like, so they go into military action to get a glass of water from the Thames, right? And they bring it here. And okay, we got your water. And she's like, no, that's not for me. It's for you. We want you to drink it, right? And then Shirley Ann Bingham, because she's so smart, says, "Oh no, it's got E. coli in and all these different things. You're going to die 100 times over you drink it." So he's told to tell her that I'm not able to drink it. And he says, "Well, why should we then, right? Pollute it with all your shit, right? Where are we living under a sea of your shit, human?" And so then he goes completely off script and he delivers like the Greta Thunberg talking points, like, because we're stupid. Oh, we've been trying to reduce emissions and do this and that, but we're just too stupid. Again, you've really got to believe the Greta Thunberg worldview to get, which the Guardian readers who this is made for and by do, right? But again, as this is a little bit in a genuinely entertaining and well acted and well presented presentation, it worked. Like, you had tons of politics in Malcolm Hughes originals, right? A lot of times over. Well, because it was like organic to the plot, not shoehorned in, right? It worked, right? It absolutely works. Which is what I would say here. And I think living in the post-woke world, it doesn't even feel that derisive, right? It really doesn't. But anyway, so he goes off script and he goes, "Because we're stupid. We don't listen to the younger generation who knows better than us." No, they fucking don't. They're morons. They are morons. I mean, they genuinely are absolute cockwombled morons. They don't listen to them in any way, shape, or form. But Russell Davis doesn't really realize this because he doesn't have any kids, so he's not really invested in the future. He's just invested in looking like he's cool, right? That's really it. 5. So it's a good little speech, and basically keeps him out of trouble. His secret identity is, they tried to hide his identity, but it got leaked to the press by some French general for some reason, right? Who gets herself back. So you basically get the idea. There are lots of factions like working against each other. Wait, you mean humanity was a real villain all along? Yes, exactly, right? Yeah, so they find out that there was French general that leaked the ambassadors' names to the press, and they get sent to like a real trying to get sent to a real genuine safe house. So then they come back for negotiations, and they said, "Look, I mean, like, it's gonna." And he says, "Look, we by 2066 we can get things down to 50%, right?" And he's like, "No, that's not really acceptable. Like, we don't want to live with your shit anymore." Right, and so they again, this was a good sequence, and it was woke as fuck. Right, here's the thing: it was woke as fuck, but because it was part of a good narrative, it actually worked. Right, and all the plastic from the seas starts raining across the cities, and Shirley Ann Bingham doesn't even know what to do, and she's the bestest ever. Yeah, unit has had a real upgrade in premises, by the way, by the looks of it. And yeah, so you have all this like plastic raining over London. They're like, oh, I'm scared, lots of plastic, help! And then, did it break St. Paul's Cathedral? Oh, they gave Titanic back. I forgot about that. It's quite nice. I don't think Titanic's in that good a shape, right? So basically they say they want it's called plastic apocalypse. So their point is that look, man can have how doesn't matter. Space fiction, sciencey doesn't matter. But they essentially they want the seas to be theirs and the land can be man. And they're like, but we need to cross the seas to for our commerce. There's no crossing the seas whatsoever. I said, well, can we fly over? It says, no, the airspace is ours as well, right? Okay, was the Titanic broken in half? I don't know. I missed St. Paul's again. Yeah, St. Paul's got a big hole in it from all the garbage. Flexes up brands, Home Aqua, Monsters. Yeah, so yeah, you get big businesses against them, and they. So addressing the pollution crisis is a matter of urgency, and they're trying to work it out. And like Third World Countries said, you're going to kill us all, yeah, with us, and we're not going to be able to do it, right? So she says, okay, fine. You want to prove your interest in peace? Come and meet us, right? Come meet us under the ocean, and this is like the deepest part of the ocean ever. And he Barkley, don't say yes. Don't say yes under any circumstances. Says, okay then, which is how the first episode ended. Again, like even the Doctor Who bits in it weren't as Rating John as it was. Even the Doctor Who elements in the elements of the second episode weren't as bad, right? So I don't want to tell you, it was a good, entertaining 2 episodes of TV. Is it enough to save Doctor Who? No. And believe me, if the Whoniverse logo was at the beginning of it, nobody would be interested whatsoever. Right? I mean, they just murdered that brat rather than to death. Anyway, I mean, okay, how much they murdered that brat? Doctor Who is the insufferably woke show, as Ricky Gervais here points out, in probably one of the greatest ads for his upcoming special. I believe it's on New Year's Eve. Yeah, this is a post that he made. It's called "Watch Doctor Who." I kid you not.
Hello, Ricky Gervais here. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who bought a ticket to my mortality tour. And
I didn't. I wanted to, but you weren't in Israel. But I did want to. Although I think I would have just watched it on Netflix, right? Which is where it's going to be.
Everyone who tried. It's probably my favorite.
I didn't try at all.
Favorite tour so far. The special drops on Netflix on the 30th of December. So if you like the show, or if you like my previous shows, then you're gonna love the special.
I do like your previous shows, Ricky. I like you in general.
It's more me than ever. If you didn't like my previous shows, you'll hate it. You'll hate it more than. Don't watch it. It'll make you sad and angry. Don't even watch the trailers, because they'll make you. Oh, and you'll post something about them. Oh, there's some. No one will care, and that'll make you sadder.
Again, and he's about to explain who the current fandom is.
And angrier. Watch something you do like, and talk to your little friends. Doctor Who. You'll love that. Watch Doctor Who.
Because it's so woke and stupid.
Thanks to everyone who subscribed to DutchBarn.com. If you haven't, go there. You go into a draw. Every month, someone wins a year's supply of vodka. And if you buy ginger spiced, we help donkeys. I've also been taught.
How much is a year's supply of vodka? I mean, it would change. It would vary.
Up the money I'm going to give to animal charities from the tour. So I'll do a little press release about that next week. So yeah, Dutch Barn, mortality, donkeys. Merry Christmas.
watch Doctor Who. If you don't like, if you're a woke pain in the ass, watch Doctor Who. Right? That's the overwhelming suggestion it gives you. If you're a woke pain in the ass, watch Doctor Who. If you're a normal person, steer clear from it. But again, honestly, they delivered, right? They absolutely delivered. Let's see Russell D. Davis and what's the name, Ruth Madley promoting it. Again, it seems like everything they do is designed to make me not to want to watch it.
It's delicious. Russell, I was very lucky. I saw a little bit of it last.
By the way, my Christmas decorations, or my decorations, I should say, they're going up on Sunday for the first night of Hanukkah, right? So Christmas arrives on Sunday here in the Rabbi household.
Last night. For those who've not been able to see any yet, and it's coming out soon. Tell me, just set it up for us.
It is the story of, imagine if the sea woke up.
Yeah.
When the sea woke up, and with everything we've done to it, all the pollution, all the oil, all the heat, all the sound.
Okay, yeah, you make me just not want to watch it, Russell. You're like, I don't know how are you so shit promoting anything?
There's terrible sound pollution in the oceans. So this is set in the Doctor Who world.
Sound pollution. I mean, fuck me. Is there anything you can not be a pussy about? Maybe, just like give it a go. Perhaps I won't be a pussy about something today. No, it's just like it's permanent pussydom, right? That's how they live in permanent pussydom.
Where there are creatures that live beneath the sea that have hibernated, and now they've woken up and they're saying, "What have you done to our world?" And that's the beginning of the war. And it is a war, isn't it? It's epic. It's a huge, epic 5-part story. All one big long story across 5 episodes that pushes it right to the limit. It's a good laugh. For example, one of the things they do is they say, well, we're going to throw all the plastic back at the land. And that's what they do. This is this enormous plastic apocalypse where all of the major cities of the world are bombarded with plastic and grind to a halt. So that's just stage 1 of the war.
Oh,
it's good fun. It's good.
Again, the woke point aside, and it's hard to put the woke point. It's a fun way of doing it, right? It's a fun way. It's not my worldview. It really isn't. But it's effective, and it's the first time something's been effective for a long time.
Very exciting.
Epic.
Ruth, obviously, you're returning as well now as Shirley Ann Bingham. People know.
Yeah, it's one of the shittest characters of all time. Shirley, sneer for us, because that's kind of like your thing.
From Doctor Who.
I know.
Amazing to revisit the character.
I
Yeah, nobody liked the character. Nobody's interested in the character. Vanessa Redgrave is boring as hell, right? Surely Pussydom will be somewhere Rossi will want to escape. Weirdly, no. I don't know how, but you are right there.
I miss her when I'm not her. So
do you?
Nobody misses them. She's the most obnoxious character I've ever seen in Doctor Who. Right? I mean, you also got what's the name? Audacity on audio, which is pretty darn obnoxious.
I want a T-shirt that says "Be More Shirley." So I'm definitely need to get.
Be less Shirley, mate. Be less Shirley. Right? Shirley's awful.
Those made. I think she's incredible. She's an incredible character, and it's such an honour to play her.
And tell us what she's doing in this.
So she is
snarling, and being brilliant. Right? That's all she can do. Snarl and be brilliant. It's boring as hell. It really is. You really bring the show to a stop.
Is scientific advisor, is she not?
Yes, she is.
So she is working with UNIT under Kate Lethbridge-Stewart.
Yes.
And
They're not sexually, obviously.
yeah, she's part of this team trying to
derail an otherwise very good TV show.
control this war.
That big tank you see on those clips, you built that.
I built that, Mike.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Right? They told you how to build it, and it's not real.
Built that. She's the genius
Ruth
behind
built that.
I always find it amazing. I mean, being in.
Yeah, it's not that amazing, right? It's not that amazing. Yeah, but again, unexpectedly good. I think, right now you pull something out of your ass? Really now? Oh, that who comes in a wheelchair, probably. Right. Now, the ratings were very good for it, for the BBC. Yeah, that's it. Share screen. Where's this? So the first episode I think got an overnight of 2.8 million, right? And the second one got an overnight of 2.1, I believe. Let me just check that out. Yeah, 2.8 for episode 1 and 2.1 for episode 2. So they lost 700,000 people in between 1 and 2. But again, it's the I think it's the biggest opening for a drama on BBC this year, right? And it's December. So that's, look, there's nowhere a slice of that isn't good, right? That is very good. BBC will be very happy with the war between land and sea right now. They're a very strong start. Both episodes above 2 million. Episode 1 near here, 2.8. Okay. Episode 1 was higher than any episode of Doctor Who from season 1 or 2, except the Christmas ones, right? Plus, it was against I'm a Celebrity for ITV. That did very well. Right, that did very, very well. Right, there's no way of slicing it other than that it did very, very well. Right, Raising becomes one of, if not the biggest new drama launch of the year on BBC, despite launching against I'm a Celeb final. They had zero confidence in this, and it knocked it out the park. Right, it absolutely knocked it out the park. So I'm happy for them. Frankly, I am. Right, I'm really genuinely happy for them. And look, if we get Doctor Who like this in the future, I'm fine with that too, right? It's just like Rusty Davies seemed to have stopped being able to write for the Doctor, right? The truth behind this, episode 1, 2.83, a 21% share and a 40% share. 15-minute breakdown. So it goes down pretty darn quick, doesn't it? Right? So literally a million viewers watched episode 1 and said, nah, I'm out. Yeah, look, that's the way the BBC does it. They're desperate to find anything that works well, right? And I'm sure it's going to be one of the top-rated things of the week, right? I'm absolutely convinced of it. Like, why wouldn't it be one of the top-rated things of the week, right? I'll be surprised if it was anything else. I mean, listen, on the side of good Doctor Who, though, you got a mid-journey Doctor Who, right? He's been doing stuff I like this. Look at this. Now, I like the post they did with for the Sea Devils, right? But again, this is really, really good. And they used AI in making that John Pertwee poster, right? Virginia Adventures. Blood Heat's one of my all-time favorites, right? I really might give that a reread. Well, I'm reading Christmas stuff right now. I was stupid. I never bought the Christmas short trip anthologies, so I downloaded one from online, right? And what's this? He's doing Blood Tide. Could you do Blood Tide Warriors of the Deep? No pressure. Sure, but I'd want to do it with Evelyn, which requires a lot of work first. Well, that's true. See, this is why you're good. Mid-journey Doctor Who. Right, but again, this is where the future is right now. The Juggernauts rider pitching in, still up, well worth watching. I watched the whole thing. Let's have a look at this. 1 second. So this is going to disappear fast. I love the still image adaptation of the Juggernauts. Amazing consistency, aesthetic. See, let's have a look. Okay, I'm not watching the full 20 minutes of it. Let's download it and see how it looks. Doing. Here it comes. Video file. Oh, Blood Tide. No, Blood Tide is not a book. It's a Big Finish audio. The Juggernauts.
Hurry, Mel! We don't have much time.
Like, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just animate it at this point?
I don't understand. What's going on? This ship is under fire, and I sincerely doubt if our attackers are anticipating survivors.
But I thought they were delivering medical supplies.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, again, you could totally just queue these up and animate them. You basically for I don't know $30, you would have a whole episode, right? See if we can find the bit. The trouble with the AI is, again, you can still always tell it's AI. That's why if I ever use AI, I will be doing it in like an animated form.
Oh, you should know me better than that. Besides, the point of interrogation is to extract information from your captive. I can't very well spill the proverbial beans if my mouth is shut, now can I? So what is it that you wish to know?
This is not an interrogation, Doctor!
Not an interrogation?
Again, they could make this episode cheap as chips, right? It's incredible how inexpensive this stuff is now to do. So it's interesting. The guy who wrote it, is a big, lefty, so therefore hates it. Hates all AI. But he went on record, Wilder Woodward. So I'm not a big fan of AI. I affectionately refer to it results as slop. But I'm both impressed and flattered by your work here. I'm the original writer. If that wasn't clear, it's good work. It is cool, right? Again, it's just a question of getting used to it. This one I love. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite bits in Doctor Who magazine ever. Right, this panel by John Ridgway. Right, I always try to imagine in my mind's eye what would it look like as a if they did it on TV screen. Right, the only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't feel like 1985 to me. Right, I would like to how would they have realized this in 1985? And that's how I would like to see it. I don't know how. I have to think about it. But oh man, that just makes me happy. Right? Oh hell, Frobisher. Oh hell, the big talking bird. What is the Merker? Yeah, I think the new effects are going to be very good. This whole sequence of stories that have always been Voyager to me ever since. These are. It really is fantastic, right? They're just absolutely fantastic. What else you got there? Oh yeah, and then if you haven't seen this, the Human Nature, the original novel version, as a and again, just animate it, right? It's so easy to do. So what's this one? This is I don't remember this this sequence in Human Nature. Don't remember it all, but you know what? It's been a long time since I read it. This is just gorgeous. I mean, it really is. This is so cool. Oh, he knows what he's doing. The post-attack. Oh, right, yeah. That was the school when they after the Albury's attacked, right? And there's a lot of new AI stuff going around. Let's have a look. See if I see anything else. We've got a bunch of movie stuff downloaded. Right, yeah. So here, this is the original painting. Sanctuary, I believe, right? That's one of the Virgin New Avengers. Let's have a look at the adaptation of it. Again, which I find, better than anything else going on Doctor Who. By the way, that Jade TARDIS over there, that's the escape module for the TARDIS. And it's smaller on the inside. And look, at some point, AI will be used to animate Big Finish stories, right? And I can't wait to see what they do with the. By the way, this is the Basil Rathbone Sherlock Holmes. Isn't that great? Right? I can't wait till we see a video adaptation of it, and it is going to come, right? It's totally going to come. Yeah. So there's been a bunch of new AI stuff being dropped recently. I'll try and credit everybody as we go. Let the Cybermen show you their favorite bits. Like, you know what I want to do? I want to add in like an Earthshock Cyberman and like Invasion Cybermen into what's it called again? The Capaldi last episode, right? Let me just. I want to say credit all the people, right, who been working on this. It's not all the people. It's one guy's stuff I've been posting. Where is it? Cyberman. This is by George Keynes, George the Fourth, on the Twats. Yeah, it's the only thing I didn't like about the what's it called again? The Dr. Falls, right? You only had Mondasian Cybermen, then you went straight into New Era Cybermen. I would like a I would add in more. I would add in like Tomb Cybermen, what's the one? What's the one that on Planet Volga? One of those Cybermen, and Earthshock one, right? Or maybe Invasion Cybermen and an Earthshock Cybermen, and then I figure they got all of them. This was verboten to and not possible to like 6 months ago. Now it's like people are posting them everywhere. Again, once we're over the like Luddite blocks of it, and they are Luddite blocks to it. We've got another Cyberman in the. It's a bit too obviously AI for me. Yeah, you can always see it's just kind of getting started. Let's see what this one looks like. This feels very authentically First McCoy, though. I know these are just fun, but I know. Do the TARDIS thing as a puppet. I think you're right. What's this one? That's very cool. That is very cool. I'm sorry, that is very, very cool. So again, I mean, look, that's where Doctor Who is at right now, right? That's where good Doctor Who is at. When we're up to 4, so I say it did pretty well. Let's see what they have to say about this Sea Devils reunion, and it really was. Again, it was the best one he's done. Genuinely, it's the best one he's done. But it wasn't as good as the fan one, which is way better, right? So what you got to say? The classic re-edit of the Doctor Who condensed version of the Sea Devils, really spanning 6. When you have 6 25-minute episodes, you have 5 endings and 5 beginnings you can trim off. So it's easily 15 minutes right there, just from that. Okay. And you need to save about 45 minutes. Because 90-minute episodes to introduce the new viewers. I mean, there's no connection whatsoever between the Sea Devils and this. There's just none. We say cult because, honestly, again, I would add new sequences into it of them like before they come out the sea, like under the sea, which again you can do with AI now very easily. We say cult because they're not as high profile as the Daleks or Cybermen, but somehow they have their fans. They're good. They're a good villain again, and they're certainly a good villain in the War Between the Land and the Sea. They haven't been as prolific as other baddies, appearing only once in the 70s in their introduction and once in the 80s in a very bad story, right? Then once in 2022 in an even worse story. This new re-edit of their first story is, in its way, everything Doctor Who has been known for being both good and bad. I think good, quite frankly. It was a real prototypal Doctor Who story, and it was only marginally less woke than the war between the land and the sea. I mean, it really was. Again, once you make something that's entertaining, right? It makes a big difference, right? It makes such a big difference. The Sea Devils is more focused on the version of the original series. Even at 90 minutes, slow, clunky. I don't think so at all. The first of in 45 minutes, seeing the Doctor argue with a military officer who doesn't believe they're aliens or monsters, causing havoc. He and his companion spend a lot of time running around from the exact location they're either looking for or something. Well, again, that's more down to the Ben Cook edit. Again, Matrix Edition, that's the one you want, right? That really, you don't feel that they're running around from like location to location, right? You feel like it's a story unfolding, which is, I think the goal, isn't it? It takes around the Sea Devils to appear, even the shorter version, and then then at first they are driven off by the Doctor. Well, that was a good thing. I'm sorry, that's called good storytelling. It's 90% of TV pacing, even with the filler of the transitional scenes cut out to make it do it faster. Most of the budget was spent on locations, and the story was also an exercise in showcasing the Royal Navy's equipment to attract boys to sign up. No, none now. All of Doctor Who in 90 minutes. Despite the drawbacks, there's still some fun. The quintessential Doctor Who episodes with everything viewers can expect from the show. There's the Master, and Roger Delgado is surprisingly debonair. He's great in this. Right? The most suave of them all. He's not the moustache-twirling villain, but surprisingly elegant. Delgado's off-screen friendship and rapport with John Pertwee make their scenes together pop. They really do. That's 100% correct. Including a sword fight, which feels like it's there just as they thought it would be cool. It's exactly why it was there, right? Exactly why it was there. Joe Grant is a quintessential character who has the default dialogue, "Oh no, what do we do now, Doctor?" And just enjoy the casual sexism. Fuck off. It was the 70s, you dumb cunt. Including the Doctor who interrupts her plans so he can mansplain to the room. However, Jo does a lot of running around and gathering information. She also fights off guards and try to manhandle it. She is a bit handy in this story. That is true. There's creative use of the sonic screwdriver to sell toys. There's a Doctor making speeches about peaceful coexistence while warmongering civilians. So civil servants want to blow everything up. That's all right? That's all correct. Then there's the immortal line, reverse the polarity of neutron flow, which has been put to sound like so much that they got the rights to assert it as much as possible. That line hasn't been included in the modern revival of the series so far. I thought it had. The Sea Devils commander also foretells the war between the land and sea. I know it's when he changes dialogue, but again, for me, that was fine. For the first time here, a new line written for this to re-edit is to set up the spin-off. I mean, that's really the only thing they add into it. You get flashes of Silurians, which I think was kind of stupid. I know Sea Devils were derpy. I know Sea Devils have their fans, but I was never one of them. They always look derpy. I don't know, with their big googly eyes and awkward stumbling made them look goofy. I mean, look, you want to see goofy, so look at the Tractators. More than menacing. No matter how many necks they snapped of people with laser weapons, they were always a bit too reasonable to be scary. Okay. Is it reasonable? Yeah. No, reasonable. Is it? No, reasonable to be scary. Unlike Dalek Simon, they were villains who were driven to it by the humans. Out of all the re-edited remaster stories, Sea Devils have been the least different. It doesn't. It's better. Look, it's a good edit in terms of that, but again, what's it? Matrix editions. I can't plug this one enough because it's better. It's just about like it's better. right? It really is genuinely better. A big recommend. Where is it? For those of custom modern day pacing, it's mostly shorter. However, here's that the war between the land and sea, which demonstrate how much storytelling has evolved since the 1970s, and we'll find out the spin-off was worth what it was worth in favor of a full season in the Disney. Look, this is the hands down best thing Disney Doctor Who has produced, right? Hands down, not even close. Right, it's not even close. So this just was published about an hour ago, I guess. Doctor Who: The War Between Land and the Sea is a Rusty Davis blockbuster. Yes, and it's a massive return to form for Rusty Davis. Yes, that's 100% accurate. It is a massive return to form. The last piece for now of Doctor Who is upon us, the standalone spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea, which is a 5-part blockbuster science fiction epic. That's also a good final installment for Disney. It should have been a better and like a good Doctor. And okay, if Doctor Who came out like this at the beginning, it would have gone off the way they thought it was going to be. Right? They thought it was going to be the greatest, most successful thing ever, and they were shocked how much it failed. Right? If it came out like this and stayed with this quality, it will be getting overnights of 6 million instead of 1 million. Right? It really would have done. It amazingly, again, how did you do it this time and fail every other time? I don't know. Right? I do not know. It's the weirdest thing. Right? It really is weird. Standalone spin-off series, The War Between the Land and the Sea, is a 5-part blockbuster epic. 5-part blockbuster science fiction epic, and it's also a final installment for this Disney deal. And everybody wants to know just one thing: is it good? Short answer: yes. At last, I can agree. How good is it? Judging from the first 2 hours, it's already better than the last 2 seasons of Doctor Who. Absolutely, it's adult in tone, serious, unforced character-driven humor, exactly, and features an instantly likable, sympathetic everyman hero in the form of Russell Tovey. Yeah, and again, Doctor Who didn't. Doctor Who had the weird gay fuck bunny rapist as the main character for some reason. No more derpy sea devils. There's Aquakine now, and again, I like that they take the piss out of that. Right, and they do. They really genuinely take the piss out of it. Right, you get the feeling this big budget blockbuster movie Russell T. Davis passionately wants to write ecological thriller about pollution coming home to. Yes, that's exactly what it is. When a Spanish fishing trawler accidentally snags a sentient being in the hall, they panic and they kill it. Barclay Pierre Dupont, Tovey, a lowly HR guy in unit, is thrust at blah blah. We said the whole thing. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Rusty Davis marries the person with the epic. This is why BBC put their faith in Davis, of course. Yeah, again, where is this Davis been? War Between Land and Sea is political, but Davis never shied away from that, and is doubling down because he believes in the power of television, of pop culture. That only has power if you're able to deliver a story. If you're not able, which it hasn't been able to for a long time. Right, if you're not able to, then you're not able to, right? There's many recurring themes here. Russ Tovey plays an ordinary man thrust into the significant historical events and proves his worth. Cynical, self-serving politicians and military war hawks with their own agenda. A sly dig at heteronormatic gender. Aquakine are not male or female, but both. Again, but it was so not in your face, I didn't notice it, which is a big deal. I hate to tell you. The ecological message Doctor was always pushed, attack on racism and xenophobia. I don't even remember that either. I'm sorry. As Doctor has always done, it's a fun dialogue and banter that things Davis does best. But again, he hasn't done this for years, right? Years. It's reminiscent of the underrated Years and Years. That's so much better than Years and Years. So much better. Years and Years, it was like him freaking out because Donald Trump won the election in 2016. God, what must be thinking now? This just doesn't lapse into whimsical or campy humor as a fallback, unlike Doctor Who. Exactly. It's because it's got a story to tell, right? It doesn't try to herd like Torchwood sometimes did, which it did. And it has the seriousness of Torchwood, Children of Earth, which was the best Torchwood. It's a serious and so far well thought out science fiction saga utilizing Disney budget to the last cent, vast epic locations, sweeping camera work, and serious intent. It hits a possible future direction. It hits a possible future direction for Doctor Who that fans will probably like 100%. That's 100% right. You don't need to watch any of Doctor Who at all, especially not the recent one, let alone the previous Sea Devil stories, to get into Warburton Land. And say it's probably better if you don't. Right? Judging from the first 2 episodes, it's already one of the best science fiction series of the year. I agree, right? That really is true. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.